This is a story called The Little Monsters, Chapter 77. The big kids look after the little kids, but the little kids go missing. It's a Saturday and the kids have been told by their parents to take their youngest siblings with them when they go out. Of course, they really don't want to do this and they flatly refuse. It's only when their parents say that they'll pay them that they agree. However, the little ones are just constantly playing up. They refuse to hold the bigger kids' hands, and then when the bigger kids turn their backs, the little ones run off. As soon as the big kids realised that they were gone, they went looking for them. Thankfully, they found them straight away. However, no sooner did they find them did they run away again. This time they hid so the gang couldn't find them for about 10 minutes. When they did find them, they took them home for some lunch. After lunch, they went back out again. The little ones decided that they wanted to go to the park, but the bigger kids wouldn't take them, so they ran off and went by themselves. As soon as the gang realised they were gone, they knew exactly where they were straight away. When they found them, as suspected, they were at the park. They let them play for a bit and then they went home. The next day the gang were told to look after the little kids again. This time they got some rope and tied the little ones to them, but one of them managed to undo it. As he did so, he rescued the others and they all ran off. Luckily the big kids saw them and managed to catch them before they could get too far away, but they managed to get away again. This time they were playing nearby, so the gang left them. However, about 20 minutes later the gang turned round and the little ones were gone. The gang looked everywhere and then they jumped up from behind a parked car and shouted boo. The gang tied them to their waist again, and this time they tied the ropes tighter so they couldn't undo them. However, Creeper's little brother managed to wriggle free and set the others free. The gang had no idea that they were gone until about half an hour later. As soon as they realised they were gone, they went looking for them, but no matter how hard they tried, they couldn't find them. They searched and searched for over 2 hours, but there was no sign of them. They went home crying and told their parents what had happened. Their parents told them that it wasn't their fault. They searched for them themselves, but they couldn't find them. The police had already been called and they had already formed a search party. Everyone, including the neighbours and even strangers, joined the search, but they couldn't find them. After a few hours it started getting dark, so Kicker's mum took the kids back to her house for the night. They were so upset they barely slept. However, everyone searched all night, but there was no sign of them. The next day they searched for hours, but no one could find them. The weather was really bad and it was really cold, and concern for the little ones was sky high. On the third day of searching, someone found Creeper's little brother, George, but there was no sign of the other 3 little kids. George, who was 4, said that they were playing, but then it started thundering and they got scared and hid. He didn't know where the others were and he was very upset, scared and tired. He was taken home and everyone continued to search for the others. After 2.5 days there was still no sign of them and everyone continued to search. The kids were supposed to go to school, but they went searching for the little ones instead. Their parents knew that they'd do that and so did the school, so they didn't get into trouble. They searched and searched all day, but they couldn't find the little ones. The next day they stayed off school again and went searching for the little ones. However, Kicker suddenly heard crying, and when she went to see what it was, she found the 3 little ones. They'd hid because of the thunderstorms, but apart from being upset and scared, they were all fine. A few days later, the gang took them to the park and promised to let them play with their joke stuff. They taught them how to play pranks on people without getting caught. That day, the little ones went round putting whoopee cushions on people's seats. Their parents knew it were them, but they pretended to blame the little monsters. The next day at nursery, they pinched the teacher's bums and they put pincushions and whoopee cushions on their seats. The teachers knew it was them, but they didn't say anything. The next thing they did was put fart gas in the teachers' drinks when they weren't looking, making them fart constantly. The teachers saw the funny side. The next day, the little ones were looked after by the gang again, but this time they didn't run away, and they played where the gang could see them. However, when anyone came past, the little ones would pinch their bums and put fart sweets in their bags and pockets. When they went back to nursery, they took the gang's toy animals with them. When the teacher stroked the cats, they purred at first, and then they put their claws out and scratched them. When they stroked the dogs, they bit them. Some days the little monsters would look after the little ones so that their parents could have a break. They took them to the park in the skate park. Sometimes they tell their parents that they would pick them up from nursery and take them wherever they wanted to go. One day they took them to the new skate park and let them play on their skateboards. Another day they took them swimming. A couple of weeks after they'd been swimming, the gang bought them a little skateboard each. They also bought them all the protective gear to go with them. They couldn't wait to try out all of their new stuff, and they insisted on going to the new skate park. One day, they all went to go-karting and they had an absolute ball. Another day they went to the new adventure playground that had just opened after the other one closed down. After that they couldn't go anywhere that was outside because it rained continuously for a week. They decided to just play at each other's houses, and then the little ones were able to play together too. Once the rain had stopped, they were able to play outside again. On the day the rain stopped, it was little George's 5th birthday and he wanted to go to the skate park. Just as they got there, it started raining, so they went to the amusement arcade at the go-kart tracks. However, not long after they got there, it started to thunder and the little ones were scared, so they went home. The end. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.